Hello everyone, it's Steve Dennis again of Motivation Unlimited, and I'm excited to be here today to share with you another video. You know what? A victorious video. Here's why I'm calling it that, because today I want to share with you about the 4 levels of relationships, okay? And this particular teaching, I did it about 5 years ago, and my daughter was in college at the time, and she didn't get a chance to be there to hear it. She called me on the phone. She said, "Dad, what did you talk about?" And I told her what I shared. And she I think at the time she was at a restaurant. She took out a napkin and got an ink pen and started writing down the notes from it. So hopefully you're not at a restaurant, but just in case you are, get a napkin or a piece of paper. You're going to want the things I'm going to share today. It's guaranteed to add value to you and to help bring some, maybe some clarity about the current relationships in your life right now. One of my mentors in the past, he's actually passed on now. His name is Jim Rohn. And Jim Rohn said this one day, I heard him on a CD. He said, you have different type of people in your life. You have 2-minute people, you have 2-hour people, and you have 2-day people. Don't get the 3 mixed up. In other words, there are some people you can be around for 2 minutes and 2 minutes only. There are others you can be around for perhaps maybe 2 hours, but 2 hours only. And then you have those long-term relationships. Those are the people you can be around for 2 days, okay? Or sometimes 2 days and that's it. And then listen now, if you happen to have anyone that may be staying with you, they've been with you for 6 months, then you know what I'm talking about. Okay, but anyway, here's my point. Relationships are very important, and I want to talk to you again about these 4 levels. This is some things I do teach with my ongoing relationship class, and you can hear more about this with my upcoming brand new relationship course that you'll be able to purchase off of my website, stevedennis.org. Okay, but anyway, enough of that. Before I get into that, let me share this with you, 3 types of people. You're going to love this because this makes a difference. It helps with the entering of relationships, right? One of the things I talk to people about, especially women and men separately, is that oftentimes we have been taught, or we think we know, how to enter a relationship, but our skill set on how to exit that relationship is extremely faulty. We have no clue on how to exit out of a relationship that we've entered into. And again, whether it be male-female, whether it be business partnership, etc., okay? But 3 kinds of people I want to share with you. There are people who don't know what they would like to do. They just don't know. And it doesn't matter how old they are, all right? They just don't know what they want to do. And those people are confused, okay? And then number 2, you have people who know what they would like to do, but they don't do it. They know, but they just don't put the action to it. They know what they want to do, but they just don't do it. And they're called, those are people who are just flat out frustrated. And then number 3, you have people who know what they would like to do and they do it. I mean, they got the Nike thing going on. They know what they want to do and they just do it. Okay? Because those people are fulfilled. So you have 3 types, right? You have confused, you have frustrated, and you have fulfilled. Here's a question. Where are you? Who are you? Here's the next question. Who are the people that you're close to? Where do they fit on our list? Are they confused? Are they frustrated? Or are they fulfilled? How many friends do you currently have that you run around with that are fulfilled? How many friends do you have that are frustrated? And how many people are you talking to on a weekly basis or monthly basis that are confused? I'm helping some of you out now, don't you think? I just gave you a couple of answers, right? Oh, well, you had the answer on your own, but my point is that if you are more confused yourself, are you hanging around with more confused people? If you're more frustrated yourself, are you hanging out with more frustrated people? Now, I made a decision 5 years ago. I'm going to spend my waking hours and my time around more fulfilled people. I have very small time for people that are frustrated and confused, unless I'm in a position where I can pour into them, empower them, and help them, okay? So it's something to think about. Now, let's get into the 4 levels I promise you, okay? Number 1, 4 levels of successful relationships. Number 1 is structured. Structured just simply means that you know each other. Not structured. Surface relationship. You just know each other based on the surface. You haven't really spent any time. You met someone at a gathering. You met someone at the job, a new employee, and it is a surface relationship. Okay. Step 2, after a surface relationship, and I will, just for the sake of clarity and helping with the understanding, I will go ahead and use my wife as an outline. When I first met the formerly Faith Zachary, we worked together at a law firm. And at the time, it was in the month of August of 1984. When we met for the first time, that relationship was extremely surface. Okay? I would go to the job every day for only 4 hours. I worked part-time. She worked full-time. And I would see her, and we would talk, but it was still a surface relationship. And then in October, we went on a date. And after that first date, don't tell nobody. And after that first kiss, but anyway, just kidding. But no, I'm not kidding. We kissed. But anyway, then the next month we went on another date. Okay, so now we went from a surface relationship to more of a structured relationship. And in 1985, on April 15th, we got more structured with our relationship, and it went from surface to structure to number 3, secure. In December the 7th, my birthday of 1985, I proposed to her and asked her to marry me. By that time, the relationship was more secure. After we were married and years later, the 4th level of successful relationships is solid. Now, with that outline and with that piece of information, here's a question for you. Are the relationships in your life, are you connected with someone who has been at level 1, surface, and has not moved to level 2? With young ladies, I oftentimes share it this way. A young lady may want to have a secure relationship. She wants to be a number 3, but the guy she's dating is kind of swinging back and forth from 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hadn't really gone into the security of the relationship yet. A key word, huh? Isn't it amazing that oftentimes we may want a secure relationship with somebody who is insecure? Something to think about, just something to think about, okay? But ultimately speaking, the ultimate goal with the 4 levels of relationship is to have relationships, and it may not be many, that can move from step 1 all the way to number 4, which is solid. Now, as I prepare to close this particular video out, I want to encourage you to think about this, okay? This brings it back closer to home. One of the classes I do for the local DA's office in my area is bringing peace to relationships. And I always start my class off by sharing with the men that I teach that the only way you can have a peaceful relationship with your wife, your significant other, your baby's mama, without the drama, is that you gotta have some peace within yourself. Okay? Now here's my question to you. I want you to think about it. All right? How solid is your relationship with you? Because if you're not solid with you, you're not going to be able to be effectively solid with others. Okay? It's very important. You know, even in the Bible, there's a verse of scripture that says, love God with all your heart, soul, mind, strength, and body, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. That one line caused me to go from an overweight guy of 280 pounds down to where I'm at now, about 225. Because I realized I was not loving myself. I heard that stuff about the best way to have joy is Jesus first, others second, yourself last. And I bought that. It became my new belief system. And you know what? It was wrong. It sounds controversial, I know. It was wrong. Here's why. I can't love others. I can't love my kids properly. I can't love my wife. I can't love anybody else until I have a healthy love for myself. Okay? So how solid is your relationship with you? Because based on how solid you are, will help to determine the potential and the capacity of you having a solid relationship with others. Okay? Hey, it's been Steve Dennis again. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I trust that this video has literally not taken away, but added value to your life. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you very much.